In the world of clickbaits, where Jupiter's exaltation is going to create whatnot, let's talk about what realistically is going to happen with this transit of Jupiter in Cancer. Hi guys, welcome back to Vedic Astrology, and today we're going to be talking about the transit of Jupiter into the sign of Cancer. Well, this transit is going to happen on 18th of October all the way till 5th of December. Jupiter is going to become retrograde around 11th of November period, and the most important bit for you to understand here is that the movement of Jupiter into the sign of Cancer is happening when it was not supposed to happen. It is happening because Jupiter is in Atichari movement right now, and thereby you are seeing this roughly 45-48 day period shift in the transit of Jupiter. Now, the important bit for you to note is that Jupiter will become retrograde during this period itself. And thereby, we have to break down the analysis of this transit in terms of how, when it gets into the sign of Cancer for 1 or 2 degrees itself, then becomes retrograde and goes back into the sign of Gemini post 5th of December period, where the impact of it will again be crucial but is out of scope for the discussion of this video. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and understand what's gonna mean for your sign. So Capricorns, as you know, Jupiter happens to be the lord of your 12th house and your 3rd house, and he is going to be coming into the sign of Cancer, albeit for a couple of degrees, for a 48-day duration from 18th of October all the way till 5th of December in your 7th house. Now, we have to understand that the 12th lord is coming into the 7th house where he becomes exalted 8 places away from itself, and this indicates a couple of positive things as well as challenging things. First and foremost, the 8th movement brings some level of transformation, some level of difficulties, some level of challenges, and especially given the fact that he's your 12th lord, which denotes losses, expenses, or investments coming into picture. But coming into the sign of exaltation in a Kendra house in the 7th house also indicates that this could be a very positive, auspicious activity with respect to your relationships, with respect to your partnerships, both business partnership as well as marital partnership. There could be a sudden opportunity of getting married, a new relationship coming in your life, which might translate into many of my Capricorn friends getting married during this point in time. It could indicate that your partner, your relationship, or your connection could come from a foreign land itself. You might have an offer come in from a person who lives far away from your current place of residence, and you might want to materialize that relationship to the next level, and things will move suddenly in a very fast paced fashion for you guys, Capricorn. So if you've been aspiring to take your love, your relationship, or if you've been looking forward to get married and been waiting for the right partner, for the right human to walk into your life, this window, Capricorn, could be extremely auspicious. However, unlike all these clickbait videos, I want to bring this attention to your to your thoughts that the transit impact is dependent on how good your natal dasha antardasha is going. What is the placement of Jupiter, or how strong or bad is Jupiter placed in your natal chart? You have to understand that if you are going through a Jupiter dasha, if you are going through Sun, Mars, Moon, all of those Mahadasha, Antardasha periods are going to give you some positive indications during this period. So you should be looking out for those things for that matter. Then you have to also understand that Jupiter's exaltation in the 7th house indicates that there could be some sort of a positive shift if you are married towards your spouse's life. They could see a sudden change in their career, elevation in their job, some kind of a positive spin coming in to their life with the support of their bosses in their careers as well. So there's a positive indication to your partner's life as well, or your business partner's life, which is in a way good for you too, because that's a shared asset that you are going to leverage. However, if you are going through some negative dasha period, difficult period at this point in time, there could be unexpected problems that you will have to navigate with knowledge, with the guidance of some elder, mentor, superior in and around your life. So look out for those gurus, look out for those coaches, the right astrologer maybe, in terms of getting the recommendation as to how you can navigate that situation. So the natal chart analysis is extremely crucial in this case when we are trying to understand the impact for you guys, Capricorns. Then you have to see that there is a fifth movement of Jupiter being a lord of the third house, where your Lagna lord Saturn is placed in a retrograde motion. Now the fifth lord coming into the seventh house also indicates some sort of a romantic affair, some sort of a romantic pursuit coming in for people, where you start flourishing. So a love marriage, a childhood connection from your school, college, engineering, MBA, whatever days, post graduation, graduation days, materializing in some sort of a positive relationship, some sort of a growth is highly probable for you guys, Capricorns. It also indicates that many of you could be making very creative pursuits, embarking upon new startup journeys, embarking upon new strategies for investment, and see that how that can expand in terms of material gains. Because the connection is, especially if you are making a connection in a faraway place, in a stock market from in a foreign country, or you are trying to purchase a property in a foreign land, some indication of that sort is coming into picture. But I would refrain from making any kind of speculative gestures in this space, because Saturn being in retrograde motion and your Lagna lord, it might not be very appreciated. Now Jupiter sitting here is giving an aspect into your 11th house. So exalted planet giving an aspect towards the 11th is indicating that there is going to be some definitive wish fulfillment, some kind of a plan that you've been thinking, strategizing over a period of time, that should work out for you. Your partner could make some kind of knowledge based investments. You could be learning something new. Your partner could be learning something new. People who are in the field of consulting, who are in the field of teaching, mentorship, business finance and stuff, there is a positive indication coming in that direction as well. Albeit you are getting a debilitated aspect of Jupiter, but Jupiter's aspect to the Lagna is never bad, and I like the placement of Jupiter in the Kendra houses. So his presence in the 7 and giving back an aspect to the first indicates that you are going to assimilate a lot of knowledge during this period. Albeit the full usage of that effort might not be able to come into picture, given that your Lagna lord itself, or your Rashi lord itself, is currently in retrograde motion. But you will see some of that effort transpire into positive outcomes at the fag end of it between 27th of November till 5th of December. Jupiter is also giving an aspect to its own house, to its own sign, as well as on your Lagna lord in the 3rd house, and thereby things that were requiring a lot of efforts from your direction. You were doing a lot of rework. There was a curtness probably for some of you in your emotions, in your public expressions, in how you are translating your thought process and materializing in terms of your courage, in terms of your gains. That catalyst movement is definitely seen between 18th of October till 11th of November. Now from 11th of November, Jupiter will be coming into its retrograde motion. A retrograde planet usually is 3x more powerful in its effort and its cheshtabal, so to speak, and a benefic planet like Jupiter gives a lot of positive indications on that front. And between 11th of November till 27th of November, you will have both Saturn as well as Jupiter in retrograde motion. Now Jupiter is going to remain retrograded all the way till 11th of March, but that's a different cycle. He will be coming back in retrogression into the sign of Gemini, which we'll discuss in December monthly reading too. But the presence of Jupiter in retrograde motion indicates that his aspect into your 11th house, a retrograded aspect, will require you to put in additional amount of efforts. Many of you would have to rework into some of the areas to just accomplish the goals, the targets, the objectives that you've been chasing with a dual effort. Fear not, Mars presence will be there for most of November, so that is going to be a positive indication. You are going to continue to put the right effort, the right thought process, intellectual property, your knowledge into making sure that you get what you need. But Jupiter's presence in the seventh and giving an aspect towards the Lagna also indicates some sort of a weight gain. Post November 11th onwards, you will start working out, you will start putting in effort in terms of shedding off that extra kilos that probably you put on in Hanukkah, Diwali, or the festive period of Thanksgiving. So some focus will be in that area too, but you will be heavily focused in terms of figuring out that what are the transactions, what are the investments, what is the spiritual upliftment that you need to bring in yourself to derive the right outcome. So guys, don't take that in a negative sense, because that's a very positive shift, especially for you guys, Capricorns. And then Jupiter will also be giving that retrograded aspect into your third house. So there will be a lot of family support. There is going to be your sibling support, your neighbors, community members would be jumping in terms of figuring out that if you are stuck somewhere, Capricorn, if there has been some challenge, there has been some lack of courage, there is going to be a market based motivation, some sort of a push that you are going to get only to elevate yourself to the next level. There will be an additional expansion of new set of people coming in your life during this period. You will try and expand on your network, new connections will be forged, and don't try off making immediate gains with those connections just yet. I think this is going to be a period, it's a teaser window, because Jupiter is in a Atichari movement right now. So it's a teaser that you are seeing of what actually can happen from June 2nd, 2026 onwards, when he makes a long-term true transit into the sign of Cancer. So in this period, you might want to just start planting the seeds with your new connections, mingling with people. For students watching this video, it is going to be an extraordinary period, because you definitely could see some gains in terms of your college admissions, success in a long-term place, far away from your current location, not in the current place. You might have to travel abroad, or you might have to fly to a new location. Travel is a high possibility for most of the Capricorns. I think some sort of a long distance journey to a new place, enjoying the vacation, giving some breather to yourself, especially in the last leg of November to first week of December, is highly probable. All in all, Capricorns, and Scorpios, I think both of these signs have been going through a challenging phase, difficult situations, but this is a time where you will see a bounce back, you will see some sort of relief, and week over week, things are only going to get improved for you. I hope guys you've enjoyed the effort and the video that I've created here. If you have, then I request you to please smash on that like button, subscribe to Vedic Astrology, and keep watching. Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Mahadev.